Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Gentleman, a podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. And now, this is a radio broadcast of J.R.'s father on the timeless radio show, Less is More. Less is More. Live from a remote location in Washington, DC. Welcome to Less is More with Jim Larson. Top of the day, Americans. Today, we have a wonderful program coming up for you. Normally, we record in our studios in Enfield, Texas, just outside of Fort Worth. But today, I have a special guest hailing up here in Washington, D.C. This first hour of the show, we're going to be talking to James Ryan Hendrick for a few minutes, and then your calls. The second hour, you're in for a treat. House Majority Leader Dick Armey will be speaking about the budget battle. This, to so you know, the radio interview is with Jim Hendrick is pre-taped. So don't try to don't think you can make calls during this interview. So here we go. Jim, how are you? In many ways better than I deserve. The president this morning signed in the Oval Office the Small Business Lending Enhancement Act of 1995, but without much fanfare. What does that say to you? The president is not taking our initiatives any seriously. Now, I have competing views. Many of you know I have competing views with those in the Clinton administration. I do admit that they're trying, but as far as are they doing their best, my answer is not just a no, but a hell no. Look around you. The beginning of 1995, we had a promise for economic growth. Clinton claims that he listened to the American people. I fail to see that. And you see that because of the budget battle. I don't know what Dick Armey is going to tell you. And I don't know exactly. But this one thing I do know. I travel all over the country, rallying for field ground. And the places that I have visited, with maybe some rare exceptions, most of the places that I have visited, they don't want business as usual in Washington, D.C. from either party. But it seems that Republicans have a little bit more cohesion, with exception to maybe a few, as you might put it, Rockefeller Republicans that are wanting to hold back from Newt's conservative agenda. Of course it's that way. Has been for some time. It was the Rockefeller Republicans that joined the Democrats in 1974 to try to draw up articles of impeachment against Nixon. And because of that, Nixon resigned. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't have my own personal opinions of that. But unless the Republican Party can get past the Rockefeller era, it's dying. So, do you think there's hope, though, if Joel gets the nomination for victory in 96? I doubt very much. Joel stands for a few issues that I stand for, but not very many Reagan Democrats are going to rally behind somebody that I think they see as a potential Rockefeller Republican. You keep saying Rockefeller Republican. What do you mean, Jim? A country club Republican who ain't necessarily for conservative principles. They behind socialism. I've been saying this all summer. I'll say it again this fall. They might what I call Caesar Milquetoast Republican. Not the kind of Republican I don't think that John F. Kennedy would want to work for. So I take it that when you were of age, you voted for Kennedy. I was a Democrat through 1980. But you voted for Clinton in 92. He promised economic change. Alright? I supported him. I backed him up. The thing was, I agreed to accept this appointment with him to hold his feet to the fire. Do you think you've been successful for the most part? Some, but not much. The honest opinion that I have is this. There is going to be a government shutdown. Oh, the news media is going to decry about how terrible it is and how awful it's going to be for our public. It's something. My son, two days ago, while I was let me look up his calendar. He's been keeping to his own rights, trying to keep his company afloat. Well, his financial and other businesses is none of my affair. That I will say. He went to his political analysis course to take a midterm paper. And then he was asked by his political contingent speech professor to go attend a rally by this lady who wanted peace in Ireland. And she was decrying the government shutdown. I spoke to him briefly on the phone. And he said, well, I don't know what to think, Daddy. And he said, I told him, I said, don't buy everything the mainstream media is going to tell you. Don't buy that. Just because there's a government shutdown, they're going to be a disaster. You think that that's the argument that Clinton has. Yeah. But what has Clinton done this year regarding the economy? He says he's going to balance the budget. Early this year, the first quarter, we had promised economic growth. But then what happened? It's the worst of the worst, I'll tell you that much. What happened is this. The second quarter we trashed. A lot of it, I think, is he's listened to some of his advisors competing for his attention. And then the third quarter, we really didn't have that much growth, and I'm not seeing anything foreseeable in the fourth quarter. So you think it's all going to come down to the election? With Bill Clinton, it is. I'm just being honest with you, and I have to be to be blunt with you. Unless we agree to make some changes, we as a country, we're screwed. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy listening to this part here. We'll be back with your phone calls. Hope you enjoy this with all our hearts. This is the More or Less radio show. We know we hate to do it, but we got commercials that pay for these slots. So get ready. And we'll come back later with the More or Less radio show. Where's my daddy at his best? Man, indeed it was. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Gentleman. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the adventure. This is the James Hendrick Empowerment Network saying until next time, take care and get ready for the rest of the story. It's going to get a little bit more interesting from here. Hope you guys are ready. It's going to be a whirlwind of adventure. Indeed it is. God bless y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed day. Love you.